Hello YouTube, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode. And this week is that time of the month where we have the local meat haul. So, local meat as usual. Grabbed a few things. I actually really didn't get much, to be honest. But we're going to take a look at it. And we're going to also look at some Matchbox and some Hot Wheels stuff that I picked up in the last couple weeks. Or last week or so. So we will take a look at that stuff. And yeah, so without further ado, let's just kind of get into it. This might be a short video. Might be. All right, so SC Diecast, my buddy, I got a bunch of stuff from him. He's like basically my source. I should say they are my source for Greenlight cars specifically. I don't really buy Greenlight from anywhere or anyone else besides them. Mostly because they do provide really good service. Greenlight is kind of like their main brand that they carry as far as diecast is concerned. They carry M2 as well, but you guys know I'm not a huge M2 fan. But Greenlight anyway, they're definitely my source for new Greenlight that comes out. So anything new, they kind of post it to their Facebook page, and I typically will send them a message saying, yep, add this one to my list, add this one to my list. And then they eventually come up to one of our local meets here, and I just pick the stuff up at once. So I got a few things. Now these are, I guess, technically not Greenlight, but they are Greenlight. They're Greenlight. They're definitely Greenlight. These Acme Trading Company, the Suede Savage number 42 Plymouth Cuda, Trans Am Plymouth Barracuda. This thing is sweet. And then this one as well, the Dan Gurney one. I had to pick up both of these. I wasn't really originally thinking about whether or not, I kind of debated on whether or not I really wanted these. And then I saw him on Joe Motor 49's channel, and he showed these things close up, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta have them. So I picked these up from SC Diecast. We'll take a look at this, and we'll take a look at, I think I've got some other Greenlight examples of this tooling that look completely different, so we'll kind of see what they did to the tool. I don't know, to make it look so cool, because they look very awesome. We're going to open both of those up and take a peek at them. And then I got, well, yeah, SC Diecast, we'll stick with that here. So it's going to be all Greenlight. We got this Sioux Falls Police, South Dakota, classic Volkswagen Beetle from Hot Pursuit Series 100,000. And yeah, what series is it actually? Series 31 they're up to now. But still a sucker for the old classic Beetle. So when I see ones I don't have, I get them. Let's see here. Picked up this 1955 Chevrolet 210 Townsman from Vanishing Point from Hollywood Series 24. I thought this looked pretty awesome. I don't know which ones of these Greenlights we're going to actually look at in the second segment, because I'll probably save a bunch of them for 10 Car Tuesdays, but I might pick up one or two to show in the second half. Got this Ford Bronco Ranger from the Mecum Auctions Series 3. I do have an example of this casting, but the one I have is it's a lifted version. So this is the first one I got that's a non-lifted Bronco. Pretty cool. And then you guys know I collect GTOs. This is from Hollywood Series 24, the MacGyver GTO Convertible. So I had to snag that up. I have no idea. Wait, this is not even like the right MacGyver. This is like new MacGyver. Come on. What MacGyver is this? Is this like a new MacGyver that's like out now? Or is this like a... What does it say in the back here? I'm interested now. I loved MacGyver when I was a kid, man. 27 Angus MacGyver. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, who cares? Probably never going to watch it because it's probably going to be awful. All right, so there's that. And then if someone, says otherwise, let me know. And then I got the Christine, which I already got this car. The only reason why I wanted this one, and actually this is the better one to have. This one's got the blacked out windows. So they released this car first in Series 23 with you know, not in beast mode, and now they got it in beast mode here. Or sorry, self-driving mode. This is the self-driving Christine. So, pretty cool. So I picked up that. Maybe we'll just, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to open. And then this, I have an example of this casting, but for some reason it just looks so cool with those wheels. So this thing right here, 1971 Dodge Challenger Shakedown Tribute with race car driver from Hobby Shop Series 6. I don't know, something about it in those wheels and the way it looks just really looked cool to me. I was so on the fence about picking this up, and then he gave me such a good deal. I was like, okay, fine. I'm grabbing it. Thank you very much. All right, so, and then that was the stuff from SC Diecast. So I got a good number of Greenlight pieces from them. From that van guy who's in the local club and is also on YouTube. Check him out. I got some Tomica vans. Of course, I got vans. So he got he had some duplicates, and these are both Chevy vans. This one's in pretty good shape. We'll take a look at it in the second segment. These things are pretty tiny. I don't even know what scale they are. 178 scale. But they're cool because they're like the Tomica pocket car era casting, and it's really cool. I don't know exactly when they came out. And then there's this one here. This one is, well, it's of course the Chevy van. This one's actually like dead mint. I don't know. California Star. It's got some weird tampos on it. I don't know when this one came out. Actually, I don't know when either. I know I'm almost 100% positive this came out as a pocket car in the U.S. It came out with Tomy packaging, the pocket car packaging. If you ever check that out, when these were sold, like in the U.S. This one, I do not know if it was in that packaging ever or not. It looks, I don't know. I have a hard time believing that this is actually old because it's in such mint condition. But it's got to be older, right? I don't know. I don't know much about the timeline there, so I can't really comment too intelligently. All right, so next up. Oh, by the way, how are you guys digging this camera angle as opposed to the old camera angle? I think it's pretty cool. I mean, you do see a lot of me, which, you know, of course you love that. But I think you can see the cars closer up in this first half, so maybe you enjoy it a little bit more. All right, so then I got cool combi. Finally found one of these. M case. I think it's an M case. So in white. Picked up this Chrysler Pacifica, which you guys know I dig minivans. Would have rather had a stock Chrysler Pacifica, but this will work. And then the Acura Integra GSR. Picked up one of those. Looks okay. And then picked up, well, for Hot Wheels, I also picked up this Hot Wheels Flames 5-pack. I had to have this because I collect that silly Viper casting, the RT10. And they put it out in a freaking 5-pack exclusive, and they put it out as a 10-pack exclusive this year. So I'm going to have to bite the bullet and get a 10-pack. I already had to get a Datsun 240Z 10-pack, two of them actually. And now I'm going to have to buy another 10-pack. You jerks. Sticking castings I like is 10-pack exclusives, so I have to go out and buy other cars I don't want. All right. Then Matchbox. We got the 56 Jaguar XK140 Roadster, which I think... It was the last time this released, was it in red? It seems like this is a repeat. I know didn't they just do this casting? Someone let me know. Like maybe last year or whatever. I don't know. And then this one I'm pretty sure is a new casting. This is the Mercedes-Benz W123 wagon. That's pretty cool. I saw a couple of these. I picked up a couple of them. Just to have a couple extras for, I don't know, whatever. And then 2016 Chevy Colorado Extreme. Picked that up. Pretty decent looking. We're going to open all this Matchbox up for sure. And then this Nissan Titan Warrior Concept. I didn't realize it was concept, but Nissan Titan. pretty cool to see a Nissan truck in a Matchbox. I dig that. And then I picked up the 72 Lotus Europa Special. Did I have this one already? I don't remember. I'm starting to have that problem. All right, so we're going to open up the majority of this stuff in the second segment. That's all we got for this episode. The next episode, barring anything unforeseen, I'm going to be showing some premium diecast, some stuff from Japan. I've had it actually sitting in a small little pile over here for a while. I just have, steadily be getting other stuff and just been waiting to show those. It's nothing like brand new, like new to the market or anything like that. So it's not like it's like newsworthy, but it's definitely worth taking a look at for sure. It's some awesome stuff. So maybe next episode we'll be checking that out. Other than that, let's go ahead and I'm going to decide what I want to open right now for this. We're going to flip around the camera and take a look at some stuff close up. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's start here with these old Tomica vans. So let's take a look at this one first. It does appear to have a little bit of suspension. It is metal on metal. These are all metal on metal. Here's a look at the base. It's number F22, 178 scale. F, I believe, just means like foreign 22 because they're made in Japan, and any like the U.S. cars or the cars that were not Japanese cars, I think, have this F in front of their casting number. I could be wrong. Copyright date 1977. Tomy. It's in decent shape. It's not, I guess it's really not in great shape, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. I would love to have just a blister pull of one of these. It's just a cool casting, and it's just a cool thing to get, even though it's very, very small. It's not going to look great in a diorama with other vans or anything like that. I just think they're kind of neat, and that's why I pick them up when I see them. So there's that one. And then here is this one here. This is the one that's like in primo condition. So I don't know if this is actually that old or not. Somebody who's real familiar with the brand, let me know. But that base is just so shiny. Made in Japan. California Star. I don't know. It's super cool. That's a really cool van. If you like vans, I highly recommend finding some of these older Tomicas. They won't disappoint you. They're pretty cool. And then I just brought out two other ones that I have in the collection just to show. These ones are kind of beat up. This is the Sheriff one. It's got some Sheriff tampos and a light bar glued to the top. Red interior. See, same exact base. Same tooling all around. And then this one is probably the most beat up one I have. Different tampo scheme. Pretty cool. There's a lot of different variations of this out there. I'm not sure how many that van guy has, but he should probably do a video on them at some point and show all the different variations of it. I know I recently just picked a bunch of these up, so check out his latest haul video, and you can see all the stuff that he picked up. So there's that. So we started with some Tomica. The next thing we're going to look at is these 1970 Trans Am Plymouth Barracuda Swage Savage number 42. These cars are very similar to each other. Last week I showed the Hot Wheels Dan Gurney one, which I can't believe I didn't grab that for this video. So I may have to actually pause and go grab that here. But we're going to get these up first. Oh man, these look so good. They look so good. All right. Let's take a look. Well, I might as well get both of them out at once because they pretty much are the same thing. I almost debated on just getting one, and I was just going to get this one because I like the hood tampo on it. Now, the Hot Wheels version of this I thought looked pretty cool, but it really doesn't hold a candle to this. So, all right. It is right over here. So just stare at these for a minute. And here is the Hot Wheels version. Now, when you see the Hot Wheels version alone without looking at any of these Greenlight ones, you're like, oh, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. But then when you see this, it's like, wow. This looks amazing. So, I guess technically maybe they're not Greenlight. The funny thing is this casting is made similar to the Hot Wheels in the fact that they both have plastic tops to them. That's got a plastic top on it because it's made that they could do both toolings, be a convertible and a. Here's a look at the base too. This is number 507, so they're numbered like Greenlight. And this one's number 374. I don't know what they're limited to, but they sure are cool. If you want to see these more in detail and hear some more talking about them, check out Joe Motor 49. If you don't know who he is, definitely check him out. He hasn't put out a lot of videos lately, but just recently got back involved on YouTube, and definitely worth checking out his channel. I'm not going to try to force these hoods open. I'm just not going to do it because they look just beautiful as they are, and I'm pretty sure the hood opens, but I know you probably want to see one of them. If I could get... Oh, I got one. I got one. There we go. There's the motor. So we will actually just leave that open for a second. I did bring out some other versions, and I think this is the same casting. Yes, this is tooling number 16 from Greenlight. So again, look at them. Love the details. They look absolutely fantastic. Here's another example of the same tooling. This one is actually 16A, so I think it's slightly different. The base is different, maybe. It's kind of cool to explore this with Greenlight. It's 16A, so I think it's got to be pretty much the same tooling. The hood is tooled a little bit differently, but I think the overall body line and the casting is tooled the same. The front end is obviously different, as you can look at that there. And they added this plastic, what is it called, a splitter to the front. Let's open up the hood on this one. Oh, the motor is completely different. So check that out. I think this one is a 71. Yeah, 71 Plymouth Barracuda. What were the ones that we were just looking at? It's 1970s. Yeah, both of them are 1970. This is a 71. Pretty cool, and you can really see the plastic top though on this one. It's harder to tell on these darker blue colors. And then this one is another one. This should be the same tooling. Yep. Okay, so 016A instead of 016. So this one's got the same front end as the red one, but it does have an added spoiler, and it's got a completely different hood on it as well, and a completely different motor in it as well. So that is really cool. I like that Greenlight does that. They take that same kind of tooling idea to get a general range of years for the car. This is actually also a 71, but this is the Hemi version. And they can just vary the car a little bit and then make it actually look completely different. Like, look at this. Hood shuts beautifully. These are fantastic quality too. I don't see any issues. They don't lean. They don't do any weird stuff. It's like Greenlight at its best, even though they're not technically branded as Greenlight. These are Greenlight. I love the wheels. I don't know, man. These are just really good, really cool cars. I definitely recommend picking up at least one of them for sure. All right, so moving on from those, we're going to take a look at a couple more Greenlight here. This Bronco Ranger. 1977 Ford Bronco Ranger, Mecum Auctions, lowered version of the car. I haven't had one of these castings yet. It's the first one. And here it is. Looks okay. And it appears to have just a slight lean to it. The body looks pretty narrow, actually, looking into it from the front, and I think part of the reason that is because how fat these tires are. Steamroller tires. Oh yeah, big time lean. Look at that. Big time. Greenlight. Fix those lean issues, man. Fix them. I can almost tell what it is, too. It's a piece of... It might be fixable. It looks like it's a piece of flashing that's still stuck on the base right here. Right in this corner. And it's not letting the base sit in all the way. I think that's something I could fix. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do it in this video. And I can't just, like, squish it down hard because this thing has a plastic top. And there's some plastic flashing on the top as well. Oh, man. Still a really cool car, but just I wish they would get these quality issues fixed. Hood opens sort of on this one. You can see inside there. This is tooling number... Where is the tooling number on the base of this one? Oh, it's number 1475, by the way, for this release. I can't see the tooling number anywhere. Trying to find it on there. I don't see it. I don't know, maybe it was supposed to be stamped right here. I'm not really sure. Let's take a look at this other one. So here's another version of the Ford Bronco. This is the one I had, okay? This one's in Gulf livery. It's really cool. It's on a lifted base. Oh, and there it is. There's the tooling number. GL063. So, yeah, it is supposed to be right there. Interesting. Because it is the same car. It's the same base, same everything. This one was from a like a hitch and tow Miho set, I think, or something like that. This thing is really cool. This is definitely a good version of this vehicle to have. Super cool. You know, I might actually have one more version of this Bronco now that I think of it. Well, either way, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to go get it. But I don't know. Maybe I'll give you an update on trying to fix this base. Because it looks like all I would have to do is try to chip off this little edge right here, and then the base would push in all the way. So it really seems like all these quality issues with Greenlight, Auto World, any of these other premium diecast brands where the base isn't sitting on properly is because of the lack in cleaning up of flashing on the casting. After you make a metal casting, it's got this little extra metal where it's spilled out or wherever. That stuff needs to be filed or knocked off before assembly, and it seems that that is where all these quality issues are coming from, as far as how the casting is put together. So this base is not fit into the body far because it can't, because it's being impeded by like some flashing or some weird deformity of the base. So, and that seems to be usually the issue. The other issue with some cars is that they'll be flashing left over on the bottom side of the body, and it won't allow the base to sit in. So the base will end up getting put in at a lean. And all it takes is a little bit, and it'll throw it off a lot. So, I don't know, man. That's what I'm seeming to find. So, it seems to be the problem. Looks like we've got down to the problem now. I guess you have to have a diecast company that just cares about fixing it. So, if you keep your cars carded, I guess it's not as big of a deal, but because you won't ever see it. But if you like to keep them loose, like me, that's a huge issue. All right. So there's that. And then lastly, for Greenlight, we're going to take a look at this. The 71 Dodge Challenger Shakedown Tribute with Race Car Driver from Hobby Shop Series 6. Go ahead and pop that open. And right off the bat, this hood doesn't want to close all the way. And we got a little race car driver guy. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty serious. We're going to go ahead and put him, I'm going to toss him over by my other Greenlight dudes. And let's take a look at the car. So I just thought the look of this car was pretty awesome with these huge wheels. So here's the hood. Hood opens to reveal the motor on the inside. The hood does not want to shut flush with the body, which it's not that huge of a deal because the hood is so like raised that it doesn't matter as much the way the hood style is. But again, we're going to take a look at, and I just think this is really cool. I like it because I like the color of it. I like the color of the wheels, how they match the body, and all that good stuff. I just think it's overall a pretty cool look. One weird thing I noticed right here, this looks like almost like what would be left behind from super glue, and it looks like it rubs off pretty well. So that's good. Probably get in there a little bit more and get that out of there if I want to. But this little spoiler piece is glued on, so I guess that makes sense that that is possible that would be there. It's better than a broken off spoiler, I guess. But this hood does just not want to sit flush. It should be like that. Still pretty cool though. And then I did realize I do have examples of this casting. So again, this is, where's the tooling? This is number 1046. Where's the tooling number? Tooling number is 46. And this tooling number right here is also 46. So here's this one. See how they can make a car look completely different with wheels, tires, different spoiler. This one's got that black top, different hood. Really cool little casting variations that make the cars look completely different. Here's another one. This one's really cool. Hood opens on this one as well as this one. Oh, these both have different motors, and obviously they have different motors in that one. So those details between the cars are really cool. This one does not have a spoiler at all. This one is 71 Dodge Challenger. This one is a 71 Dodge Challenger as well. This one's more like a project in progress. This might be missing some components. I don't know. I think it looks really cool. Some people might think that this tooling in particular looks a little bit cartoony in its proportion, and I can see that a little bit with this one here. But when you start looking at it, this one, even with those wild and crazy big, huge diameter rims, I don't know, this one just looks pretty bad. Pretty awesome. So, really cool. These have painted detail in the front, painted detail in the rear. There's no lens detail. But I still think this thing looks really cool in spite of its little hood issue here. And maybe that's fixable. I don't know. It might be. I might be able to do something about it, which I know it's too bad that you have to even worry about having to do something about cars once you open them up to try to fix them. But in this day and age, apparently it's a common thing. Except for with these. I don't see any issues with these. And maybe that's because they were branded as that Acme trading company. Maybe they had a higher standard. I'm not really sure. Maybe because they didn't produce as many, but they did these. They knocked these ones out of the park, for sure. All right, so remainder of the video, we're going to talk Mattel. Let's start with some Hot Wheels. Just get this Flames 5-pack quickly out of the way. It's a decent looking 5-pack, I guess. It's got some cool cars in it. I just got to rip it open. Oh, here's a list of the cars. Dodge Viper RT10, Mustang, Camaro, Corvette Super B, and a Fairlane. The Fairlane's pretty cool. This one's fighting me. Alright, so here's the car I got it for. Not the prettiest version of this car. Not the prettiest tooling of a Dodge Viper ever. But hey, I collect the tooling, so I had to have it if I wanted to stay. Well, I shouldn't say stay current because there's a bunch of variations I'm missing. But there's the reason why I got it. And then, here's a Mustang. Actually, of the newer Mustang castings, this one's not bad. It's pretty cool. No detail on the back, of course. No detail on the front. Just the flames on the side. The wheels look all right, though. It's a good choice, and it's got like kind of a satin black finish, which looks pretty good. Plastic base, of course. And let's see here. Next one we got is the Camaro Convertible. Not a bad looking Camaro casting. It's pretty cool. And then Cornet. It's a cool casting, I guess. I don't really... The color's alright. The tampo... Flame tampo is not... I don't know, not fantastic. This one looks really good, though. This Fairlane. That actually is the star of the pack, as far as, you know, what actually looks good. Yeah, I bought it for the Viper. I didn't buy it for this Fairlane, but this is a good look on this car. It's got kind of an anodized, almost cool classics, like Spectre Frost look to the paint job. And the flame job is tastefully done. It is blue and orange with white rims. The white rims look great. Blue and orange look excellent together. And I think this is the winner of the pack, in my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. All right. And moving on from there, we've got just another 3 quick Hot Wheels here. I'm not going to spend any time on. There's this one here, this Acura Integra. Yeah, it's a cool casting. Super ugly graphics, in my opinion. This strange thing, Chrysler Pacifica, with weird, like, Baja. So it's specifically modified to pound over rugged terrain. This tough-as-nails minivan sports tubular bumpers and a spare wheel. Peek inside and you'll see there's a mini 4x4 behind the seats. Oh, well, there it is. Wow, a mini 4x4. A Power Wheels. They put a Power Wheels in the back. I don't know. This thing is goofy. I got it because it's a minivan, but the wheels look cool, though. I do like those wheels. For plastic wheels, I think those are pretty awesome. And then, of course, fan favorite, the cool Combi. And it's got some tampo issues on that one side. Oh, on both sides, actually. Matte white. I don't know. It looks all right. There's the cool Combi. Everybody loves a cool Combi. All right. Lastly, we're going to just take a quick look at some Matchbox. I did already have that Lotus Europa and realized I did already show it, so we're not going to show it here. This is the Nissan Titan. Definitely good look for this one. Nice, darker charcoal silvery color. Those wheels look pretty good. I believe they're new. Copyright date on this casting is 2018, so obviously the casting is brand new. Yeah, I don't think you can complain for that for a buck. Another truck here, the Colorado. This casting is a 2017 copyright date. And it looks okay. I mean, you got what you want. Headlights, taillights, the detail in the correct place for a $1 model. If you want it to look more expensive than $1, that's what you do. That's what you should do. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then this Merc Wagon. This is a brand new casting. And it's a cool one. I like the color. You know, I used to be a huge fan of them not using chrome on their base material and instead of that using like this gray. I don't know necessarily how I feel about that nowadays, especially on this car. I don't know. I feel like it should be chrome. But you do get headlight detail and you do get taillight detail complete with a license plate. And nice tampo detail on the back there, Mercedes logo and all that. I mean, that's definitely a very nicely done wagon casting. It's got some weird odds and ends in the back of it too. If you look at the what's cast into the interior. So I'd say it's still pretty cool. And then this Jaguar. This is an older tooling, I believe. What year is this one from? Maybe not. Am I completely wrong on this? Maybe it wasn't a Jaguar that I'm thinking of. I had mentioned I thought they had just put this casting out, but maybe I'm completely off base on that. Well, there that is. It says copyright date 2018. So that puts it as a this year release tooling. It does look really good. Very nice. Very nice job, Matchbox. Matchbox is definitely the king of $1 models. As far as from a realistic die-cast collecting point of view, if you like real cars and you like them to look like real cars, Matchbox is who you should be excited about, for sure. Now, Hot Wheels definitely puts out some cool cars, but in the $1 range for realistic-looking automobiles, I think Matchbox has the edge. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. Again, guys, definitely my faves were these. This pair right here. These things are both really cool. I would definitely recommend them. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching another long one. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please hit that like button. Please comment. Please subscribe. Check out my sponsor, MascarDisplays.com. Enter Champion in the promo code field for 10% off your order. Would definitely appreciate it. Great cases. They display large castings, and that's why I love them, because I collect true 1/64 scale cars, and some of them are large. So definitely check those out. And check out my other videos. Check out the playlist for Diecast Weeklies. If this is your first time here, thank you very much for joining. And thank you to all my loyal subscribers as well. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.